Holmes is making noise, and the Denver Nuggets might have just found their missing piece. Don Holmes too lit up Summer League with 19 points, 17 rebounds, and 5 assists, proving he's fully recovered from his Achilles tear. Whether it was a clean three-pointer, a strong drive to the basket, or a fast break finish, Holmes showed it all. He's got shooting, rim protection, and versatility, exactly what Denver's been desperate for. Let's rewind. The Nuggets were bounced from the playoffs by the Thunder. Nikola Jokic logged 40-plus minutes per game and was visibly gassed. Aaron Gordon played through a hamstring injury. The bench? Outscored by double digits. Afterward, Jokic didn't sugarcoat it. The teams who have longer rotations, they have more success. Translation: Denver needs real depth. This summer, they made a bold move, trading Michael Porter Jr. for Kim Johnson. But what they really needed was someone like Holmes, a two-way threat who can produce right away. Sure, it's just Summer League, but if Holmes keeps this up, he might be the spark off the bench that keeps Jokic fresh and pushes Denver back into serious championship contention. Watch out, Holmes might be the X factor. The Denver Nuggets made some solid off-season moves, signing Tim Hardaway Jr. for bench scoring, bringing Bruce Brown back, and adding Jonas Valanciunas as a backup center. But their most impactful addition might not be a new face at all. In fact, he's someone who's been quietly grinding behind the scenes, battling back from one of the most devastating injuries in basketball. Don Holmes, too, once projected to be the steal of the 2024 NBA Draft, is finally healthy, and he just might change everything for Denver. Holmes had the complete package coming out of Dayton. A 6 feet 10 inches forward with a smooth three-point shot, elite rim protection, and the ability to guard multiple positions. His game screamed modern NBA. In college, he averaged 20.4 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks per game, shooting a scorching 38.6% from deep on a career-high 83 attempts. He shattered school records for dunks and blocks, earning consensus All-American honors. This wasn't just another big man. Holmes had range, versatility, and the kind of upside that makes front offices drool. When Denver took him 22nd overall, the fit was perfect. Holmes could stretch the floor, defend, run in transition, and even pass. He was built to either complement Nikola Jokic or give him the rest he rarely gets. But that dream came crashing down in his very first Summer League game. Holmes tore his Achilles against the Clippers, an injury that has derailed countless careers, especially for big men. Suddenly, his rookie year was gone before it even started. No games. No reps. No development. For Holmes, it was a gut punch. For the Nuggets, it meant yet another season of asking Jokic to carry an impossible load with no real frontcourt relief. Still, Holmes never let the injury define him. He attacked his rehab like his career depended on it, because it did. And now, just 12 months later, the results are stunning. In his Summer League return, Holmes looked like he never missed a step. Game 1, 15 points on 6 of 9 shooting, including 3 of 5 from 3. No rust. No hesitation. Game 2, a double-double, 10 points and 11 boards. But it was Game 4, once again against the Clippers, that marked his arrival. Holmes exploded for 19 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals, shooting 8 of 16 from the field. His averages through 4 games, 13 points, 9.5 rebounds, 51.3% shooting from the field, 50% from 3, 5-4-10, and nearly 27.5 minutes per game. The numbers are impressive, but the film tells an even better story. Holmes's burst is back. His lateral quickness is intact. He's contesting shots at the rim, running the floor with ease, switching on defense, and hitting threes with confidence. He looks like the player Denver drafted, and possibly even better. For a Nuggets team that ran out of gas in the playoffs, Holmes's resurgence could be the difference between another early exit and a return to title contention. He brings size, shooting, and energy to a frontcourt that desperately needed all three. In a loaded Western Conference, every rotation piece matters. And suddenly, Don Holmes too might be the most important one Denver has. The confidence is real. Don Holmes too is simply too good for Summer League. One analyst put it bluntly. He doesn't belong here. Another observed. The burst, the athleticism, it's all the way back. But to understand why Holmes matters so much to the Denver Nuggets, you have to look at their biggest issue: depth. In their playoff loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder, Denver wasn't eliminated because Nikola Jokic played poorly. He was brilliant, averaging 28.4 points, 13.9 rebounds, and 5.9 assists. But when he sat, or even just got tired, the Nuggets had nothing left. The Thunder's bench outscored Denver's bench by nearly 10 points per game. In a do-or-die Game 7, Jokic still played 36 minutes, and Denver lost by 32. He was exhausted. And the team's lack of reliable frontcourt help finally caught up. Behind Jokic and Aaron Gordon, Denver's frontcourt was patched together with prayers and duct tape. Adding Jonas Valanciunas in free agency helps, but at 33, he's not a long-term solution. Holmes is. He's the answer Denver has been searching for. At 6 feet 10 inches with legitimate guard skills, Holmes brings elite versatility. He can play both forward positions and center. He can share the floor with Jokic in big lineups or anchor small ball units on his own. That kind of flexibility is rare and invaluable in today's NBA. And then there's the shooting. Holmes shot 50% from 3 in Summer League, albeit on just 10 attempts. Even if that regresses to a more realistic 35 to 37%, that's still elite floor spacing from a big man. Just imagine Jokic running offense with another legitimate shooter at the 4 or 5. The spacing would be lethal. Defensively, Holmes changes the equation for Denver. In college, he averaged 2.1 blocks per game. He's a true rim protector who can also switch onto wings and hold his own. That's something the Nuggets haven't had in the Jokic era. He gives them a new defensive gear. Holmes also brings energy and athleticism, two things Denver's second unit has badly lacked. His 17-rebound performance against the Clippers wasn't just numbers. It was all hustle and motor. He can run the floor, finish in transition, and spark momentum when the starters rest. But the real magic is how well he fits into Denver's system. With Jokic on the floor, Holmes becomes a deadly pick-and-pop weapon. His shooting forces defenders to stay home, creating open lanes for cutters and passing angles for Jokic's wizardry. He can set hard screens, roll to the rim, or pop out for a 3. The versatility makes Denver's offense even harder to guard. When Jokic sits, Holmes gives the Nuggets something they've never had before: a capable offensive hub who also defends. He can facilitate, operate from the post, stretch the floor, and defend without fouling. Suddenly, Denver can stay competitive even without their MVP on the floor. And that's the real key. Holmes gives Denver the ability to manage Jokic's minutes. Instead of pushing him to 38 to 40 minutes a night in the playoffs, they can comfortably keep him at 32 to 34. That rest could be the difference between another deep playoff run or another early exit. Those extra 6 to 8 minutes of rest for Nikola Jokic? That's the difference between a gassed Jokic fading late or a fresh one dominating the fourth quarter. And that's exactly where Don Holmes too could be a game changer. His flexibility gives the Nuggets options they've never had. When Jokic sits, Holmes can anchor a small ball lineup at center. Need size? Slot him next to Jokic in a Twin Towers look, both capable of shooting, passing, and keeping the offense humming. In the playoffs, where matchups and adjustments decide everything, having someone that versatile is priceless. Now, let's be realistic. Holmes is still just 22, coming off a major Achilles injury. Summer League success doesn't always carry over. But even with conservative projections, say, 15 to 20 minutes per night, Holmes could still deliver 8 to 10 points, 5 to 7 rebounds, a block, and stretch the floor with respectable three-point shooting. That alone reshapes Denver's bench. And here's why it matters: the Western Conference is deeper than ever. The top contenders all have stacked rotations with multiple scorers and 10-man depth charts. You can't survive with 6 or 7 guys anymore. You need real depth to last 4 brutal playoff rounds. Denver's biggest weakness last season was their bench. If Holmes helps solve that, he could be the piece that puts them right back into title contention. Think about it. The Nuggets may have landed a hidden gem, not in 2025, but in 2024. Holmes missed his entire rookie season with one of basketball's toughest injuries. He should be rusty. He should be tentative. Instead, he's looking dominant. Shooting 50% from deep. Grabbing 17 boards. Playing like he never left. And more importantly, playing like the answer Denver has been missing. This isn't just big, it's potentially season-changing. Jokic publicly called for more depth. The front office responded by adding vets like Valanciunas and Hardaway Jr., but the real answer? He may have already been in-house, quietly rehabbing, getting ready to silence the doubts. If Holmes truly is back, if what we're seeing in Summer League translates to the regular season, the Nuggets didn't just patch a hole. They flipped a weakness into a weapon. And in a loaded Western Conference, that could be the edge they need. But what do you think? Is Holmes the real deal, or is this just Summer League hype? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you love NBA breakdowns like this, hit that like button and subscribe. We've got more coming your way.